KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Shots fired at a north side apartment complex have left a young man and multiple people in handcuffs. What police said led up to the shooting.
I mean, how would anybody feel if you found your family member, or informed that your family member had passed away, your brother or sister? How would you feel?
Family grieving the loss of a relative found dead in his apartment after days of silence. Why police are suspecting this was a murder.
And taking a live look outside with live cam, it is a warm and humid start to what is going to be a record-challenging weekend when it comes to the heat. I've got to look ahead to those records that may tumble coming up in just a bit.
Good morning. It is October 5th at 6 a.m. this Saturday morning. And Sarah, that humidity seems like it's kind of been back. It's been gone for almost a week and a half, 2 weeks.
It's a little bit back. It's a little muggy outside for San Antonio. But the good news is in the afternoons, the dew points and the humidity will come down. So even though it's going to be warm, humidity will be lower in the afternoons.
Okay.
But this is about as cool as it's going to get all morning long. Take a look at these temperatures. 72 in San Antonio, 73 in New Braunfels. But look how much cooler it is up in the hill country. It's only 62 in Kerrville, 10 degrees cooler than San Antonio, 61 in Fredericksburg and 64 in Rock Springs. So the reason for that is you can see that we've got drier air up at the top here in parts of the hill country. Here in San Antonio and across areas like Gonzales, Pleasanton, Victoria, and Beeville, it is definitely going to stay a little bit more muggy. And as far as our forecast goes, we'll be looking at highs in the upper and the mid 90s rather this weekend. 93 today, 94 tomorrow. There's a small 10% chance for a stray shower in San Antonio, but I'll show you where the rain is really going to be across Texas coming up in just a bit. Sarah.
Sarah, thank you. New this morning, a young man is dead and multiple people are detained after shooting at a north side apartment complex. So this happened around 1:30 this morning at the Tuscany Apartments on Patricia Drive. It's near the intersection of West Avenue and Blanco Road. Police say an argument between a group of people at an apartment complex led to shots being fired, which killed a 19-year-old man. So when officers arrived, they saw a suspicious vehicle that took off and crashed at a nearby intersection. The people inside were detained for questioning, but it's not certain if they were the ones involved in the shooting. And for the second time this week, a body has been discovered at a downtown public housing complex for seniors and disabled tenants. And police believe both are the result of foul play. This all happening at the Victoria Plaza Apartments on Barrera Street. That's just a few blocks away from the Tower of Americas. A man was found yesterday, identified by family as 52-year-old Donald Sterling. Family of four, we spoke with Sterling's sister shortly after her brother's body was found.
It's devastating. When someone takes somebody's life, if that's the case, God makes those decisions. And to me, we don't make decisions to kill people or harm other people or take lives from them. So I can't see how someone can even live with themselves knowing that they possibly did that.
Sterling's mother tells us she had been trying to reach her son for a day, and it's not clear how long he'd been dead before being discovered on Tuesday. Another man, 59-year-old Nick Martinez, was found dead a few apartments down from Sterling. Police suspect that both men were murdered. And earlier this week, we reported that a district judge blocked Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton from investigating allegations of vote harvesting in Texas because the law was too vague. Well, today, an appeals court temporarily stopped that. So for now, Paxton can investigate vote harvesting allegations, which is when a third party collects absentee ballots from voters, then delivers them to polling places or election offices. Paxton says some groups in the state, including those in San Antonio, are committing election violations. But so far, there's been no evidence of that happening. The temporary order is in place through Wednesday of next week. Well, it's a sad fact that thousands of people in Bexar County don't have a place to call home, and thousands more are at risk of becoming homeless. That's why Bexar County is partnering with Haven for Hope to reverse that trend, and they're starting with suburban communities. So last year, Leon Valley City Council approved an ordinance that essentially banned homelessness. In the weeks after that decision, the city teamed up with Bexar County and Haven for Hope to launch this year-long outreach pilot program. And 2 months ago, it finally kicked off. Haven's data shows in the last 60 days, the street outreach program's current success rate is 61%.
That's unheard of. Common average across the nation usually is about 15 to 20%.
So on October 1st, this program expanded to now cover both Leon Valley and Live Oak. Next on the list is Helotes and Somerset. You're not alone. You hear that all the time. And this morning, a business in Seguin is holding a free mental health fair to make sure that you know that. So it's happening from 10 to 2 at Pecan Town Books and Brews on South Camp Street. A nutritionist will be there to discuss the mind-gut connection, and an expert will be there to help you manage anxiety. We're told a child behavioral therapist will also be on hand to help kids and parents who want advice.
Looking forward to this one myself, for when your kids have got to that place where they're so worked up, how to help de-escalate that and to support your kids' mental health that way.
Again, the mental health fair goes from 10 to 2 today. It's free and you don't need to register. 606, 72 degrees. The Friday night light shined on some big games last night. Highlights from the Johnson-Roosevelt matchup. That's still ahead. And more kids being disciplined for vaping at schools. There's a few things you can do to keep nicotine and THC out of your teenagers' hands. Patty Santos tells us how next. Yeah, that humidity is starting to creep back just a little bit, like Sarah Spivey said. Oh my gosh, but when are we going to see the end to these 90s in October? She'll let us know and have the forecast for us when we come back. Well, last year, Texas lawmakers increased the punishment for students caught with vaping products on school property. So those students are now placed in alternative schooling or a discipline program. Our Patty Santos collected the data of the number of local students caught with illegal products on campus since the fall of 2023 to now. And Northside ISD provided these numbers: 1,800 and then 28 students were found with the possession of CBD, nicotine, or THC. San Antonio ISD reports 699 students were caught with vapes. Last month, this district updated how it disciplines students. They are one of the only few districts that consider the unique circumstance of students before sending them to alternative schools. Now, the first line of defense of keeping dangerous substance out of the hands of teenagers is parents. So as Patty Santos tells us, while it's easier than ever for them to get their hands on a vape, it's also easy to spot the signs that your teen is vaping.
Is this a drug? It is a drug. We learned from smoking how harmful that was, and unfortunately with the nicotine products, all we have is a different form of smoking.
Nikki Villanueva's goal is to help parents know what to look for.
Kids are being drawn to things that taste like Red Bull or strawberry and banana or coconut or watermelon.
Let's start with the smells. If your kid smells like they just walked out of a Bath & Body Works store.
Candy smells, perfume smells. You think that you might have your kid smelling like Bath & Body Works, but actually it was a vape. Or maybe they smell like Jolly Ranchers or the Sonic drinks. Again, these are going to be our vaping smells.
Vapes are hard to spot.
There are vapes that are video games. There are vapes that look like pens, that look like highlighters. If you have any chargers at home that are spliced, that is a good indicator that these have been spliced in order to charge the different units.
At a cost of about $20 to $25, it's a cheap but dangerous addiction.
With adolescents, we're seeing increased levels of heart attacks, strokes, psychosis.
Parents, get familiar with the cannabis labeling.
Delta 8 has hybrids. Those hybrids give us a lot of that same euphoric feelings that we see with Delta 9. So we don't necessarily need Delta 9 products to be legal in Texas because they're getting it with those derivatives.
Gosh,
it's a little different from when we were in high school.
Absolutely.
For sure. Hey, so we do have a very small 10% chance for a stray shower today and tomorrow, but parts of Texas will get rain. It's just not really San Antonio.
No.
Yeah, Rio Grande Valley, they could get some good rain today. Here's a look at what's going on across Texas right now. You can see that there is some rain ongoing right near Brownsville and just south of Corpus Christi. This is because we got a low pressure system right over Mexico, and that's what's allowing for some of those showers to develop in the Rio Grande Valley. But here's the thing, high pressure system, high means dry. High pressure is going to be dominant over that low here in San Antonio, and so that's why we're going to stay fairly dry. Again, I think maybe a stray shower this afternoon, but as you can see, most of the rain will be across Rio Grande Valley, even out toward Laredo. But here in San Antonio, for the most part, we will stay dry. It's just that in the afternoon hours, both today and tomorrow, there might be a stray shower. 10% chance, that's all we get today, tomorrow, and then no rain chances for the rest of the week. And even today and tomorrow, those rain chances are minimum at best. So we're waking up in the low 70s in San Antonio. It's mostly cloudy right now. By 10, we're going to be at 82 degrees. By noon, 87. We'll have a wind from the northeast at about 10 miles per hour. There's that small 10% chance for a stray shower. 93 for the high in San Antonio, and elsewhere we expect highs to be in the upper 80s and closer to 90 degrees, like in Rock Springs, Fredericksburg, and Kerrville. 93 in Del Rio. Notice that it's going to be cooler in Corpus Christi. 86. Definitely humid though. And here in San Antonio, noticeably muggy, but not necessarily ridiculously humid. All right, I got to talk about the tropics because there is a disorganized area of storms here in the western Gulf of Mexico. This is going to be the next system. It's got an 80% chance of developing in the coming days, so it's likely going to get a name, and that name would be Milton as it moves to the east. So we do not expect any impacts to Texas coast, but this does look like it is going to be a bit of a 1-2 punch for the Florida area. Areas from Tampa up to Jacksonville will see an abundance and too much rainfall from what will likely be Milton. Meanwhile, here in San Antonio and Texas, we're going to get some drier air around that system, and so it's going to feel pretty nice in the week ahead in spite of the fact that it is going to be pretty warm. Monday through Friday, dew points will be pleasantly low. That means our morning lows will be cooler. Take a look at these morning lows by Wednesday morning. 64 degrees Wednesday morning, 63 Thursday morning, and 62 on Friday morning. But the thing is, it's going to get plenty hot in the afternoons. Tomorrow, we're going to challenge a record of 95. Tuesday and Wednesday, we're going to challenge some records, especially Tuesday and Wednesday. So even though we'll get those cooler mornings, the afternoons are still going to be pretty hot. In fact, we've had 2 days so far this October where the high has been at or greater than 95 degrees, and we'll add on to that. Now, coming up in the next half hour, we're going to talk about, yes, record challenging heat in the week ahead, but Sarah, I'm seeing some indications that we could see a cool front by the 14th, 15th of October. So I want to talk about that coming up in just a bit.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, me too. Even though, we typically do not see much cooler weather until November and December, we are delayed in seeing the cool weather in San Antonio. We should have had a day where the high was below 80 degrees by now. We just haven't.
Okay. Thank you, Sarah. All right, it is 6:16 and 72 degrees. The field and stands are on fire during last night's game between Johnson Jaguars and the Roosevelt Rough Riders. We'll have highlights and fan reactions. That's next. Let's take a look at these lotto numbers. Pick 3, 217, Fireball 9, Daily 4, 1284, Fireball 1, Cash 5, 4, 5, 16, 17, 33, Mega Millions 21, 39, 42, 43, 45, Mega Ball 3, Mega Player 2. Good luck. The Johnson Jaguars and Roosevelt Rough Riders met up for the for a fierce matchup last night, and while the Jaguars took the win in the end, the boys from Roosevelt, well, they made them work for each and every yard.
That's right. The energy both on and off the field can only be described as electric, and so here's a look from the game.
KSAT game of the week, Johnson versus Roosevelt. Let's go!
I love you, Mom. Thank you for raising me, being a great mom to me. I love you.
Oh, I got this pink out over here. It's the pink out game. We got to show support.
So about tonight's game, it's homecoming night. How important is it for you and for your son to get this win?
Oh, very important. It's his last year. So, man, there would be nothing better than to take this win. Oh, say does that star baby, I love you. I'm so proud of you, Brennan. Homecoming 2024!
The homecoming to us is a great way to bring all of the grade levels together, freshmen through 12th grade, and we all just get to hang out and connect at a school dance and share a common love for our school spirits.
Let's get a little bit rowdy. R-O-W-D-Y.
Big game coverage, game of the week. That's a wrap.
All the high school feels there. Final score was 55-27 with the win going to Jaguars.
Way to go, Jags.
You know,
hey, listen, that sends me back to high school, at Clark High School, homecoming games.
Well, they're having homecoming, and I will keep saying this. Please keep sending your homecoming mom pics into KSAT Connect. We have seen some giant moms all the way to some 2-story moms. I love it. Please keep sending them because I think they are amazing.
In fact, I'll show some at the top of the 6:30.
Awesome. 622, 72 degrees. We'll be right back. Well, today at 10 a.m., a new episode of Texas Eats. David Elder takes us to the State Fair. Oh, jealous. For some award-winning bites. Take a look.
Right now, it's in our own custom-made cotton candy sauce, right? We're gonna take a jump right behind me to the cotton candy machine. We're gonna put a little sugar in here, and we're gonna start making some cotton candy. You'd think that'd be enough, but it's not.
This item gets 5 bites on the flavor gauge.
So these are hand-rolled taquitos, topped with pico de gallo. We have guacamole, and then we have a spicy sauce at the bottom with cream. And then whenever you're about to eat it, you gotta dip it in there and stir it right before you take that big old bite, man.
Texas State Fair happening through October in Dallas, 626, 72 degrees. Well, a Texas man on death row will have his case heard by the Supreme Court soon. What their decision could mean for death penalty convictions. We'll talk about that next. And the race for the White House now in the home stretch. The last-ditch efforts to reach voters. That's next. It is 6:30 on this Saturday, October 5th, and it doesn't feel like pumpkin spice latte weather right now.
It doesn't. It feels like we're still sweating. And in fact, we're going to be challenging records this weekend, Sarah, for high temperatures. Yeah, not necessarily what you want to see in October. And we are behind as far as our cooler weather goes.
I did see on your 7-day, there are some 60s in the morning. So maybe that's when you can get your extra hot coffee or those PSLs hot instead of iced.
I think so. Cool mornings. Toasty afternoons, a bit desert-like when you think about it. But first, I want to go ahead and take a look at some of these moms that have been sent in through our KSAT Connect. This is out from in McCollum High School. So look at that. That is beautiful. A nice little butterfly. I swear, the mums keep getting bigger and bigger every year. Take a look at this one.
Like, that thing
this
must
is in
weigh.
Marshall. That Marshall. Look at that ram.
You know, she wore that for the picture and probably just, like, put it on her locker or something or kept it in her car all day.
Who knows?
Like, what do you
Maybe
do?
she was committed. That's pretty awesome.
How do you wear that all day?
I love it. That is amazing. Okay, outside right now, temperatures are in the low 70s, 72 in San Antonio, 73 in New Braunfels, 70 in Del Rio. But take a look in Bernie and Kerrville. It's noticeably cooler. Kerrville's at 61. It is noticeably drier in the hill country this morning. So some cooler, drier weather if you live a little bit north of San Antonio. As for San Antonio's forecast, it's going to be a warm one, 93 for the high, only a 10% chance for a stray shower this afternoon. So as we head into the week, we're going to have near record heat, especially for early October. It is going to be pretty hot. Now, low humidity, as Sarah was pointing at, is going to allow for us to have cooler mornings in the midweek, though. Here's the thing, though, that I've been looking at when it comes to the forecast. It looks like we could see our next cool front. There is slight hope in the next 10 days. So just outside of our 7-day forecast, I'm going to be highlighting that cool front potential coming up in just a bit. Sarah.
Sarah, thank you. In your morning headlines, U.S. Supreme Court has agreed to take up on an appeal from a death row inmate here in Texas. So Ruben Gutierrez was convicted of murder more than 25 years ago. He was denied an opportunity to seek additional post-conviction DNA testing under a Texas law at the center of the case. The move puts the death penalty on the high court's docket for a second time this year. And the U.S. says it will continue to support Israel's ground invasion into Lebanon, which it describes as limited, but the Biden administration is also voicing concerns about its humanitarian impact on civilians. Secretary of State Antony Blinken announced nearly $157 million in humanitarian and aid for Lebanon. That funding, he says, will help internally displaced people inside Lebanon and those fleeing to Syria. Hundreds of thousands of people in Lebanon have been displaced in recent weeks. Well, some good news for the economy this morning. U.S. job growth accelerated much more than anticipated last month. The government reports employers added an estimated 254,000 jobs in September. That figure blows economists' expectations for a 140,000 job gain out of the water. And it's a higher tally than August's monthly total of 159,000 jobs. Meanwhile, the unemployment rate dropped slightly to 4.1%. Well, we are exactly 1 month out from the presidential election, and the campaigns are only speeding up as Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump make their last pitches to voters. Here's a look at the state of the race as we enter the home stretch.
Vice President Kamala Harris celebrating a deal temporarily halting a dock workers' strike that stopped shipments and could have crippled entire industries. At a campaign event in Michigan, going after her opponent's record with unions.
Donald Trump's track record is a disaster for working people. And he's trying to gaslight people all over our country.
Hey, folks. President Biden making a surprise trip to the White House briefing room, his first since becoming president, running a victory lap after stronger than expected jobs numbers. The report showing a range of industries adding tens of thousands of workers and wages rising faster than prices. Trump highlighting inflation even though it's cooling off. Now at 2.5%, the smallest increase in several years.
Do you acknowledge that the economy is improving?
No, it's not. It's inflation has devastated our economy. It's one of the big problems we have.
The former president visiting Georgia and North Carolina, meeting with officials about Hurricane Helene. Our Morgan Norwood is at one of the hardest hit spots in western North Carolina.
When rescue crews clear a property, they mark it with an X. The zero there means that no one was found inside. And as of this morning, there are still hundreds missing here in Buncombe County.
Trump meeting with Georgia's Governor Brian Kemp. Neither commenting on how Trump targeted Kemp, a Republican, for not challenging the 2020 election results in Georgia after it swung for Biden.
Now, we work together. We've always worked together very well. Really well.
Biden highlighting Trump's language surrounding this election.
I'm confident it'll be free and fair. I don't know whether it'll be peaceful.
Chuck Severson, ABC News, New York.
With the election getting closer and closer, the time to register to vote is shrinking. The deadline is Monday at 7 p.m. It's easy to register. You can submit your voter registration application in person at the Bexar County Election Department office on Frio Street. The department is also extending its hours ahead of the deadline. They'll be open for select hours over the weekend and all day Monday until 7 p.m. on that deadline. So once you're registered, you can vote early or wait for Election Day on November 5th. So early voting starts October 21st, runs through November 1st. That includes weekends. Registered voters can vote at any polling site during the early voting period. And we have a list of all those locations on our website right now and a breakdown of how to get registered to vote, how to check if you are already registered, even ballot information. You can find it all on our Vote 2024 page on KSAT.com. Well, back at home, Fredericksburg is celebrating 44 years of Oktoberfest. This weekend, the town will feature all kinds of food, live music, contests, and 5 covered stages to get you in the festive spirit. You can also shop early for the holidays with handmade items, not to mention drink that Oktoberfest beer. Tickets start at $15. Kids 6 and under, they get in free. And the free Monarch Butterfly and Pollinator Festival returns to Brackenridge Park today. Families and communities can celebrate our pollinators through educational events, monarch tagging, plant giveaways, and the event has been happening in San Antonio for several years. The goal is to raise awareness about the important role our pollinators like butterflies, bees, birds, and bats play in our day-to-day lives. I love this event. So much fun. And the San Antonio Zoo's newly expanded habitat for giraffes, rhinos, and other animals now open. I was there yesterday when the zoo opened its Naylor Savannah. Not only will you be able to see the giraffes, rhinos, and zebras, but now you can book a lodge overnight and wake up to them too, right? See them right outside your window. Read more about it right now on KSAT.com. So if you're looking at that video, you're probably like thinking, oh, isn't that where the giraffes were before? Basically, what they did is they took that enclosure where the elephants were next door, they expanded it, so they doubled the space for the giraffes and tripled the space for zebras. And the ostriches and the zebras can actually go back and forth now between the rhino enclosure and the giraffe enclosure. It's very, very cool. It's 6:38 and 72 degrees. Coming up, they lost their mom and now their car is gone as well. So KSAT investigates the Ye family's troubles. That's next. Both good and bad news this morning regarding breast cancer numbers in the U.S. What you need to know, that's also coming up. 72 degrees now. You know, it's not exactly super dry this morning like it has been, that just a little more humid. But hey, those 90s still sticking around. Sarah Spivey will have a look at our forecast next. Well, the American Cancer Society released their latest breast cancer report, revealing both encouraging but some concerning updates.
Yeah, mortality rates overall are dropping in the U.S., but the number of breast cancer cases, particularly among young women, are actually on the rise.
ABC's Melissa Dawn has more on this and as we get into Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
A new report from the American Cancer Society out today reveals the latest breast cancer trends in the United States. The good news, the number of Americans dying from breast cancer is going down, dropping by 44% since 1989.
Unquestionably a win. If we look at that same interval for cancers overall, breast cancer is outpacing the rest of cancers with regard to reduction in mortality.
The ACS crediting that reduction in part to improved detection with screening mammograms, as well as advancements in treatment. But increasing numbers of new cases, especially among women under the age of 50, is concerning researchers, along with disparities among certain racial and ethnic communities. The Asian American Pacific Islander population is seeing the steepest incline of breast cancer cases.
This is a group that we traditionally have thought of as having a much lower than average breast cancer risk. That's clearly changing.
Black women have a 38% higher mortality rate than white women, while Native American and Alaska Native women have a 6% higher mortality rate than white women, despite fewer diagnoses in these groups. As the ACS works to address these disparities, they urge women to follow their screening guidelines, discussing breast cancer screening with their doctors by age 40 and getting mammograms by age 45. Women at a higher than average risk should start those discussions sooner.
What we would like everyone to hear is that early detection saves lives, without question. So get screened, and if you feel something or something seems amiss, don't wait. Be seen and detect cancer early.
The ACS also pointing out that breast cancer can affect men, especially African American men, who have double the risk compared to white men. Melissa Dawn, ABC News, Los Angeles.
It's all great information there.
Very good information. You know what? I have seen a glimmer of hope in the forecast for a cool front around October 14th and 15th, but we have got a long way to wait until then, and it's still far away, so we need to wait and see. But the immediate thing you need to know about the forecast is that it's going to be hot. I mean, take a look at your screen. So these are the forecast highs on the left, and on the right are the records for the days. And you can see that we'll be challenging records tomorrow. Our forecast high is 94. 94, but the record for the day was set back in 1931 at 95. We'll also be challenging records Tuesday. I'm forecasting 95 and the record is 95, and same story for Wednesday. 94 the forecast, 94 the record. I think Monday we're not going to hit 99, but still, this just goes to show we are in the middle of an early October heat wave. Usually by now our high temperatures are a little bit cooler, and we've already seen a day where maybe the high is at or less than 80. That has not been the case. In fact, we have not seen highs below 85 degrees yet this season. And as we're waking up this morning, it's a warmer morning. It's 72 in San Antonio, 73 in New Braunfels, 74 in Poteet, and 72 in Floresville. You'll notice that it's about 10 degrees cooler in Comfort and in Kerrville, 61 in Kerrville and 62 in Comfort. It's drier up in the hill country, and so temperatures are able to cool down a little bit more. Dew points are only in the low 50s up in the hill country, which is pleasant. Meanwhile, we're seeing dew points in the 60s around San Antonio, even close to 70 degrees down near Floresville, which is noticeably muggy. It's areas southeast of San Antonio that have a slightly better chance for rain today, but for the vast majority of us, it is going to be a hot day. Here's a look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast. Mostly cloudy this morning. By 10, it'll be 82 degrees. By noon, partly cloudy and 87. For the high temperature today, 93. Again, close to a record. And by the way, there's a small 10% chance for a stray shower. And even this evening, temperatures will be dipping into the 80s. It should not be bad for any kind of Saturday night football games going on or anything like that. Humidity should be lower by the evening hours. Now, the reason why we have a very, very small chance for rain in San Antonio is because it's raining right now in the Rio Grande Valley. You can see Brownsville out toward Laredo going to be getting some rain all around this area of low pressure. But the high pressure system that has been dominant, high means dry, continues to prevent us from seeing beneficial rain in San Antonio. Now, over the Gulf of Mexico, there is an area of disorganized storms that has a very high chance of developing into the next tropical storm or hurricane. If it gets a name, it would be Milton. That's the next name on the list. Now, before you worry about a storm moving into Texas, this is going to be a Florida storm as it moves across the Gulf of Mexico and strengthening anywhere from Tampa out to Gainesville. That's where there could be a decent out to Jacksonville rather. That's where there could be a decent amount of rainfall. So we'll continue to keep you posted about this. The thing is, though, around that system, we're going to get much drier air in place. And so even though we're going to have hot afternoons this week, check out the morning lows Wednesday through Saturday. Nice in the low 60s. And then look at that. By next Monday and Tuesday, this is the early indication that we could see a cool front. That's the 14th, 15th. So we've got a long way to wait for that, and we'll continue to keep you posted. These are early indications for that cool front, the 14th and 15th. Things can change when you're looking at a 10-day forecast. There's a lot more uncertainty. So that's why we limit things to the 7-day. You can see highs in the mid-90s Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, but at least those morning lows will be pleasant, and we will keep you posted about the cool front. I'll keep you updated. Tomorrow I'll have an update. Does it still look like we're going to see a cool front, the 14th, 15th? Monday, I'll keep you updated.
Oh, you know the viewers are going to keep asking.
Listen, Sarah, being pregnant at 95 degrees is not fun.
No, it's not.
I want the cooler weather. I want the cooler weather.
Same. 649, 72 degrees. So first they lost their mom and now their car is gone too. KSAT investigates the Ye family's troubles. That's next.
I feel like a part of me's gone.
For the last 3 weeks, Sam Ye and his 3 kids have been trying to survive without Sasha.
Her not being here kind of takes the joy out of life.
Back on September 6th, Sasha was driving the family's car on Southwest Loop 410. Police say Sasha ran out of gas and pulled over near New Valley High Drive. When she stepped out, a truck hit her.
My wife took the brunt end of the impact.
27-year-old Juan Rabago is charged with intoxication manslaughter. While Rabago is waiting for his day in court, Ye is dealing with the brunt of the loss of his wife.
It's a nightmare. I'll put it to you that way.
A nightmare intensified by the lack of answers. He says he's reached out to the Bexar County District Attorney's Office with no luck.
I don't get any return phone calls. I haven't got any answers on my emails. So I just feel like we got brushed under the rug.
The car is on hold at the city pound.
My wife wasn't even inside my car. She got ran over. So what role does my car play in that?
San Antonio police say the court typically has all vehicles involved in fatality accident cases on hold as evidence until the case is closed.
How long could that car be tied up in the court system?
These intoxication manslaughter sometimes can take 2 to 3 years to go through the court system.
Jason Goss is a defense attorney who spent a decade as a Bexar County prosecutor. This summer, he tried a case where prosecutors brought cars involved in a deadly crash to the courthouse as evidence.
That doesn't happen often, but it does happen sometimes.
He says prosecutors and defense attorneys have the right to examine a car and do testing before deciding if it'll be needed in court. That could take a while.
This is not the fault of the prosecution that the car is being kept. And that's because what they're doing is they're making sure the defense has an adequate opportunity to inspect and to do what they need to do to make sure that there's a fair trial.
So when you hear that you're going to be without your car for possibly more than a year, possibly more than 2 years, what do you think?
We're pretty much hosed.
Until then, Ye will keep renting a car and pay off the other and wait.
It's callous, it's cold, and it's wrong. And that's about the best way I can put it.
For KSAT Investigates, I'm Danielle Ibarra.
One unnamed spokesperson for the Bexar County District Attorney's Office said they're still waiting for the final investigation report. They said it's necessary for them to keep that car as evidence. He says he still has not heard from them. 6:54, 72 degrees. We'll be right back.
Good morning. Coming up on GMA, Southeast Strong, the stories of courage, perseverance, and hope following Hurricane Helene's devastating toll. Our Gio Benitez field anchors from Asheville, North Carolina, with the latest on the ongoing emergency and rescue efforts. And a passenger is being hailed a hero this morning, safely landing a small plane after the pilot fell unconscious. How she navigated through this dramatic midair moment. Plus, Oscar nominee Coleman Domingo and his husband Raul go behind the camera for their new thriller, It's What's Inside. The couple joins us live to talk about what it was like teaming up for the first time. It's all coming up right here on GMA.
If you're a big soccer fan, get your phone out, scan that QR code that you see on your screen there. We're hosting a sweepstakes for KSAT insiders to win tickets to the Clásico Regio set for October 12th in the Alamo Dome. That's next Saturday. This is a big game. It's one of the biggest rivalries in soccer in Mexico, pitting Monterrey's two teams, Tigres and Rayados, against each other. KSAT insiders can enter for a chance to win 4 tickets to the game, but you have to be an insider. Easy to sign up. You just need your email address. This sweepstakes is now open and runs until October 9th.
It'd be electric. All right, temperatures 72 in San Antonio, but it's much cooler in the hill country because it's a little drier this morning. So if you're waking up in the hill country, I'm happy for you. Around San Antonio, it's in the 70s. 93 for the high today, 94 tomorrow. We're going to be looking at a pretty warm week. In fact, record challenging week. There's a small 10% chance for a stray shower today and tomorrow. Otherwise, cooler mornings expected by Wednesday morning, and hopefully by the 14th and 15th, a real deal cool front, but we'll keep you posted about that.
It's the magic number, 14th and 15th. Looking forward to that forecast in a couple of days, Sarah. Thank you. Hey, don't go anywhere because Good Morning America is next, and we'll be back here from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. for GMSA, followed by Texas Eats.
Beautiful sunrise.